behind me is the main beach of Byron, and you can see it stretches all along here. It's so beautiful, and the sun has just started to peek out from behind the clouds. It's finally warm enough for me to take off my hoodie, and it's really the first day that I'm getting to enjoy the beach since I've been in Australia. Wow, just look at how beautiful this is. This side of the Pacific Ocean is absolutely stunning. This aquamarine blue ocean. It reminds me so much of being back in Los Angeles and Santa Monica or Malibu, but less people. More unspoiled, more natural. I enjoyed my walk here around Byron, and now I'm actually gonna head back to the house, get changed, put on a swimsuit, and then go to the nude beach that my Airbnb host slash roommate just told me about yesterday, called King's Beach. I haven't actually been out tanning for a long time, and I figure I may as well tan everything. Well, so much for going to the beach, because it started raining once again. I've not had the best luck the last several days here in Australia. It's been overcast and gray and rainy. I actually don't mind too much, to be honest, so it's still really nice to be here, and I'm happy to just feel a little bit chilly, which I haven't felt in over a year. I don't even remember the last place that I was when I was cold. Maybe Nepal in February of last year already. I guess I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and then I still need to go to the grocery store and buy some provisions for the next week so that I'm not bankrupted by how expensive food here at the restaurants is in Australia. Last night I went out to dinner with my flatmates in this Airbnb, and I had a dish of duck and rice at this Thai restaurant, and it was 40 Australian dollars, which is about 30 American dollars. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, I haven't spent that much on a meal in, again, I have no idea since when I've spent that much on a single meal. Especially, it's funny because this Thai restaurant, for example, they had dishes like pad Thai or pad see ew, and they must have been at least around 20 American dollars, whereas living in Thailand, you know, and paying only $2 for those kinds of dishes, just to me, here it seems quite absurd. So that's the only, I guess, one drawback to Australia, is that everything is extremely expensive here in terms of, I mean, maybe not extremely expensive, I guess extremely expensive compared to Southeast Asia, but even compared to America, the prices are higher for goods and services. So even though I really do think that I would love to move here, I would just need to sort of get my finances in order and figure out how it could be possible. Oh, and I'll show you around a little bit this Airbnb. I don't want to be too intrusive because there are people who actually live here, and I'm renting only a room in this Airbnb. As I said, this neighborhood is called Suffolk Park. It's just 5 minutes driving south from Byron Bay, the little like town itself. But this is also on the coast, and just 10 minutes walking to the beach. So this house is quite nice. It's two other guys that live here, and there's this backyard area which is quite chill. You can come here and just relax, and there's a beanbag, and then inside is the main kitchen and living area. I mean, it looks like it was decorated by guys, basically. We can just leave it at that. But at the same time, really comfortable and chill. And then my bedroom is upstairs. Actually, all the bedrooms are upstairs. So that's it. They've done a really nice job, though, to make me feel at home. And there's even a little guest pantry here with tea and stuff like that. So I'm going to have a green tea and relax and do some yoga. The sun was just peeking out as I left the house, and then of course it started very lightly misting and it's a bit overcast again, but I really wanted to get outside the house today and head to the beach. So this is King's Beach. This is supposed to be the nude beach here, and I just drove up a gravel road. I was super afraid that any cars might be coming the other direction because it was a tiny little road, and I was thinking, what is going to be waiting for me at the end of this road? But Here I am. Apparently it's going to be about a 15-minute walk down to the bottom of the beach because it says 30-minute return, so I think that means 15 minutes each way. There apparently is nobody here, but I'm not surprised because the weather is not that great. In any case, we're gonna go through this jungle now and see what awaits us on the other end. Byron Bay reminds me a lot of Venice Beach. It's just super cool, and it reminds me of home in Southern California, but just way better. And this morning, you know, I was thinking I really need to book my place where I'm going to be staying in Bali because I have my return flight on Wednesday, which is in 6 days. I don't even know where I'm going to be staying there. And then I started to realize I actually don't really want to go back to Bali. I really want to stay here in Australia. So I started looking at flatmates.com.au, which is a website where you can find a longer term accommodation in someone else's place, like renting a room or whatever. And I started to look into that, and it's not so out of price. I mean, I was paying $500 a month in Bali, and here, you know, you can find a room, a nice room with an ensuite bathroom and everything like that, in someone else's place for around, I'm seeing between 200 and like 300 Australian dollars per week. So let's say, for example, I find a place for 200 Australian dollars, that comes out to 800 per month, which is around 550 American dollars. So it's not that much more expensive. And then of course I know that everything else is going to be more expensive in Australia in terms of food, and I would have to be cooking at home more and things like that. But honestly, I feel like it would be a worthwhile deal because I'm just so much happier here. There's something about the climate where I just feel more alive, I have more energy, whereas in Bali, honestly, I feel like I'm constantly in this sort of stupor because of the heat and the humidity. So I feel like for my personal health and happiness, I would be better off in a climate like this. And really, I'm also feeling that at this point in my life, I'm trying to find a place where it's more my quote-unquote forever home versus just constantly bouncing around between places every, you know, few months. And I feel like Australia is really a place where I could start to build a life. God, I mean, how can you not love Australia? Look at what is behind me. There's just a stunning beach, and I see only one person. I can't tell if they're naked or not, but wow, 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 wow. This place, I'm smiling so much because it is beyond what I could have expected it to be. I mean, I thought that it was going to be cool, and I thought that it was going to be California-esque, but I couldn't have anticipated that I would love it as much as I am loving it. It's probably what I would have imagined California to be like maybe 50 years ago in the golden heydays of California. Oh my lord, I mean, there's not enough superlatives, honestly, that I can use to express what I feel for this unbelievable place. So anyway, I'm almost at the beach. I just have a few more steps here to walk down, and then we'll see whether or not, you know, anybody else is naked, because I would feel a little bit weird getting naked and then find out it's actually not a naked beach. So I had only about 1 hour of sun before the rain started again, and I had to trek up that same hike underneath my towel in the rain. Not that bad though, it is what it is. Hopefully I'll have at least one nice sunny day while I'm here in Byron. But in any case, since I don't want to leave Australia, hopefully I'll have many more sunny days to look forward to. So we finally have a sunny day without a cloud in the sky. I just finished my yoga practice, and now I'm headed to a place called Tea Tree Lake in Lennox Head, which is about 20 minutes south of Byron. And a friend told me about this place in Bali. It's a great place to take a dip because it's all medicinal waters. It's filled with tea tree leaves, or the tea tree rather has kind of seeped into this lake. I don't know, the whole lake is basically like a big cup of tea. It should be a nice adventure, and I'm just happy to be out and about in nature today with finally a sunny day. It's the first sunny day I've had in nearly a week, so hopefully it'll keep up. Hopefully no rain, and off we go. So the water is brown, but it's not because it's dirty, it's because all around here are tea trees. When the leaves fall in, it dyes the water this color. So I'm gonna take a dip, even though I hear it's a little bit cold. I have a pretty low tolerance for cold anyway, but we'll see how it goes. It's definitely too cold for me in here. I don't think I can go beyond knee deep. Alright, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't know the next time I'm gonna be back here or if I'll ever be back here. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna jump in. Those little girls could do it. If they could do it, I can do it. Alright, here we go. Alright, it took me about 5 minutes, but I did it. I took a little plunge and that was enough. It actually wasn't so cold once I got used to it, but it wasn't a place that I wanted to be spending a lot of time. Hopefully I still got some of the medicinal benefits of the water. Now I'm gonna dry off and then I think I'm gonna head back to the beach. There's actually a beach right over this side because we are just on the coast. So maybe I'll walk a little bit, see that. So this is 7 Mile Beach and there's a surf competition going on behind me today, which is I think a pretty common thing here in Australia and certainly along the coast. Wow, look at this though, there's hardly anybody here on the beach. How nice it would be. I can just imagine my life here, having a dog, coming along this beach, walking around. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, there's the surfers out there. Behind me is the Byron Bay Lighthouse. This is the spot to come to watch the sunrise. I'm here now at 5 o'clock. We're gonna see what we can see for the sunset. Over here to my left side though is a panoramic view of the Pacific Ocean. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful here. Parking can be a little bit tricky. There is parking up here, or there's parking down a little bit down on the hill, and then you've got to hike up, which I recommend. It's cheaper and it's worth the little hike and the view that you can get coming along here as well.